to have you with us today on It's Academic. Let's get started here with our opening round. We start our teams out with 100 points. In this opening round, teams 10 points for each correct answer, 10 points off should you miss. We begin. Lots of words end in the letter L, including all the answers in this round. Please identify the following, all of which end in the letter L. We begin. This animal is either a Bactrian or a dromedary. Centennial.
Camel.
Camel ends in L. That's it, Siri. Next. This political party with a two-word name.
Soil.
Centennial.
Free soil.
Free soil ends in L. Nicely done. Next. This is Kafka's novel about the ordeal. Yes, Centennial.
The trial.
The trial ends in L. Yes, indeed. The three Billy Goats Gruff were menaced by this fairy tale. Centennial.
Troll.
The troll under the bridge. Yes. Next. This author wrote The Life of Pi. Centennial.
Martel.
Jan Martel is the correct answer, indeed. Next. This British primatologist has spent her life. Yes, Centennial.
Goodall.
Jane Goodall, studying chimpanzees. Next, he is the current mayor of Chicago. Centennial.
Emmanuel.
Rahm Emanuel is right. And lastly, in the title of a work by Thoreau, this word priest, yes, Centennial.
Civil
disobedience is right. And that's the end of the opening round on It's Academic.
It's Academic with David Zarin. It's Academic brought to you by Giant. New things are happening at Giant. And by Morgan State University. Growing the future, leading the world.
And welcome back. Who needs Dancing with the Stars? We got a dancing bear and a student out there. Welcome to the 45th season here of It's Academic, the beginning of our new season. And all these years we've been privileged to be sponsored by Giant Food. Let's meet the first of our teams today. They hail from Centennial High School, and Centennial is the reigning It's Academic champion here in Baltimore. And one of the students over there, Siri, she was on the team last year, so nice to have you back again. Sahil, tell us about yourself, please.
Hi, I'm Sahil. I'm a 17-year-old senior at Centennial High School, and I'd like to thank everyone who came out to support us and our behind-the-scenes wizard, Mr. John Heslin.
Wonderful. Thank you for that. And Siri, tell us about yourself.
Hi, I'm Siri. I'm a 17-year-old senior at Centennial. I'd like to thank our bus driver, Michael Gelman, who's also our Eagle, who you'll see later, and also our ever-so-fly host, Dave Zarin.
Why, thank you very much. I appreciate that. We're going to look forward to the bus driver flapping his wings over there in just a few moments. Jacob, welcome to the show. I know you've been part of the team, but first time on the set. Nice to have you here.
Thank you. I'm Jacob, 15-year-old junior at Centennial High School. I'd like to thank the boosters for their continued financial support of our club, as well as our zesty alternate, Rohan Laljani.
Zesty. I like that, yeah. All right, Centennial, these questions are yours. Look at the monitor. No penalties, 20 points for each correct answer, and we begin. An ox for dinner. Before sitting down to dinner, see if you can find in this phrase the name of what English university founded in the 12th century.
Oxford.
That would be it. A flood, a fire, or an epidemic. Something that is incendiary is most likely to cause which of these?
A fire.
Indeed. PIT, surrounded by blanks. Fill in the blanks here, and you can transform this pit into what planet? The biggest in the solar system.
Jupiter.
Jupiter is right. Arizona, Illinois, and Oklahoma. If you drove from Maine to San Diego, you'd pass through these states in what order?
Illinois, Oklahoma, Arizona. Illinois, Oklahoma, Arizona.
That's right. I heard that one in triplicate, indeed. I wandered lonely as a blank. To complete the opening phrase of a poem by Wordsworth, add what type of atmospheric phenomenon that can be stratus or cumulus?
Cloud.
A cloud it is. Nicely done, Centennial. Takes you to 280. We move next to a team that has not been seen on It's Academic, and the girls and I said probably for about 20 years. But we welcome Catholic High School, and it's so nice to have you here with us today. Aaron and Emily and Regina, a sophomore, and two seniors over there. Aaron, tell us about yourself.
Sure thing. My name's Aaron. I'm a 17-year-old senior at the Catholic High School of Baltimore. In addition to being on It's Academic, I participate in our jazz band, our symphonic band, our brass choir, and our volleyball team.
Wow, musician and a scholar and an athlete. You got it all going there, Aaron.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Emily.
Hi, I'm Emily. I'm a 17-year-old senior at Catholic High. In addition to It's Academic, I'm president of our National Honor Society, and in our science, French, music, and English honor societies, and I play 3 seasons, and I'm also in band with her.
Oof, that's quite a resume. Thank you for sharing all that with us. Nice to have you on the show. Regina, tell us about yourself.
Hi, I'm Regina. I'm a 15-year-old sophomore at Catholic High. Aside from being on the academic team, I'm on the VEX robotics team, forensic speech and debate team, choir, and in the theater tract, and play ukulele and piano.
Wow, so talented, so talented. Thank you very much, Regina. Ladies, these are for you. Look at the monitor, 20 points, no penalties. We begin. Shape, gas, usage. You can reshape your score by 20 points if you find hidden here the name of what winged horse from Greek mythology?
Pegasus. Pegasus?
That's it. Myopic, petrified, or adept. Which of these words best describes something that has turned to stone?
Petrified. Petrified.
That's it. M.A. surrounded by blanks. Surround your ma with some other letters and you can spell the name of what Scandinavian country whose capital is Copenhagen?
Denmark.
It is Denmark. North Carolina, California, and South Dakota. Please rearrange these states according to population size, beginning with the smallest.
South Dakota, North Carolina, California. South Dakota, North Carolina, California.
Absolutely right. And lastly, it is ridiculous to set a detective story in blank. To complete this quote from British mystery writer Agatha Christie, add the name of what largest U.S. city?
Yes. New York?
The Big Apple. You got that right. Well done, Catholic. Takes you to 200. Good. All right, we move to our third team. They hail from Mount Hebron, and they've all been here before. They are all seniors, and they tell me they're aiming to win the championship this year. All right, I know you can do it. Tien, tell us about yourself.
Hi, my name is Tien Doan. I'm a 17-year-old senior at Mount Hebron High School. In addition to its academic, I'm a part of the Color Guard and Viking Service Club. I'd like to thank our sponsor, Miss Weiss, who couldn't be here with us today.
That's right. I know she's worked very hard with you guys. Thank you for mentioning her name, Tien. Gian.
Hi, I'm Gian. I'm a 17-year-old senior, and in addition to its academic, I'm in the school's orchestra and NHS. And I'd also like to thank our alternate, Chase Blanchette, for coming out to support us.
An integral part of your team. What instrument do you play, Gian?
I play the violin.
Wonderful. All right. And Lalitha, welcome.
Hi, I'm Alida. I'm a senior at Mount Hebron High School. In addition to its academic, I'm in Art NHS, Cavaliers, and Tech Canal, a nonprofit that provides technology to underrepresented minorities. I'd like to thank our friends and family for coming out here to support us today.
And you're involved in community service there. We applaud you for that. Thank you. All right, these questions are for you. No penalties, 20 points if you get them right. We begin. Early June author. Study this phrase and see if you can find the name of what capital city of Alaska?
Juneau. Juneau.
That's it. Reveal it, deny it, respect it. Someone who is going to divulge a secret is going to take which of these actions?
Reveal it.
Yes, sir. ERR, surrounded by blanks. Missing here are the first and last letters in the name of what American naval hero who won the Battle of Lake Erie during the War of 1812?
Terry.
Close. Perry. Oliver Perry with a P. Next, Matthew Henson, John Glenn, and Christopher Columbus. These three men set off to explore the unknown. Please arrange them in chronological order, beginning with the earliest.
Christopher Columbus. All right. Christopher Columbus, Matthew Henson, and John Glenn.
Well done. And lastly, more guts than a blank. To complete this analogy by one author, place in the blank what sort of ancient fighter like Spartacus who fought in the Roman Colosseum?
Gladiator.
You got it. Nicely done, Mount Hebron. Takes you to 180.
Has got the #1 team. We're big, bad, super bad, you know.
And that was the talented drill team from Centennial High School. We'll be seeing them throughout the program. You know, one of today's teams is moving on in our competition, but nobody is going home empty-handed. That's because the Baltimore Orioles are once again proud to support It's Academic, and will be providing tickets next season for today's competing students. You know, celebrating the success of our young people makes us all fans. To find out more about the Orioles' involvement in education and in the lives of youth in our community, why don't you visit them at oriolesreach.com. Speaking of games, we have a good one going right now. Let's check that score. Right now, Centennial is at 280 points. Catholic is at 200, and Mount Hebron at 180. Well done. And you can check us out on our Facebook page, too, at It's Academic, to follow what's happening during the course of our competition. We move next to the Picture Perfect round. It's a competitive round. Everybody plays a picture with each question, 20 points for each correct answer, 20 points off should you miss team's first picture coming into view. This old Mexican carving shows the Aztec goddess of what celestial body about 240,000 Centennial?
Moon.
240,000 miles away. The moon it is. Well done. Next. Wall Street indexes predicted 9 out of the last 5 recessions. These are the dismissive words of Paul Samuelson, who won the 1970 Nobel Prize in Centennial.
Economics.
In economics, he did indeed. Next. This sober-looking woman is Lemonade Lucy, the prohibitionist wife.
Hayes.
Centennial.
Hayes.
That is Mrs. Rutherford B. Hayes, indeed. Next. What is the product of these expressions in lowest terms?
Minus b cubed.
Centennial.
A cubed minus b cubed.
Absolutely. Good answer, Sahil. Next. In 1965, astronaut Edward White became the first American to take a spacewalk as part of what project named for the mythical Castor and Pollux?
Gemini.
Centennial.
Gemini.
Gemini, yes, the twins. This cover appeared on the 1912 sheet music for a song about Bushwick High School in what New York City borough, once the home of the Dodgers baseball team? Centennial.
Brooklyn.
The Brooklyn Dodgers, that's right. Next. You are now looking at the tombstone of Homer Plessy, whose name is linked to that of what other man in the 1890s? Centennial.
Ferguson.
Ferguson, that's right. Last picture. Before the German battleship Bismarck was sunk in World War II, it sank this British cruiser with what name suggesting a head covering attached to a sweatshirt? Centennial.
Hood.
Hood. Yeah, go ahead.
Hood.
HMS Hood it is. Nicely done. That's the end of the Picture Perfect round. Nice to have you here on this first program of the new It's Academic season. Right now, let's meet the faculty, coaches, and administrators at our 3 fine schools. Centennial High School with 440 points, our reigning champion. Siri, tell us about those important people back there.
With us here today, we have one of our assistant principals, Miss Lynette Moore, and we also have our 2 coaches, the doggedly dedicated Mrs. Sarah Seifter and the spicily sagacious Dr.
Thank you, Siri. Thank you all for everything you do. Love those adjectives. Catholic, nice to have you here. Like I say, for the first time in a long time, we're so happy to have you here on set, and 2 distinguished people back there. Emily, would you do the honors?
So Mr. Cole is with us today. He's our coach and the one who got us here.
Yes.
He's also the STEM coordinator at our school, and we brought Ms. Johnson, our principal.
Yes.
And then we also have our cub over there that came out to support us, and families and friends, and Erica are all
Nice to mention it. Thank you both for all you've done to make this happen here. Good to have you. And John, over here at Mount Hebron with 180 points. And John, you said Miss Weiss could not be here today, but 2 distinguished gentlemen here. Who might they be?
Yeah, to my right is our wonderful principal, Dr. Cockley. And to my left is our extraordinarily handsome economics and European history teacher, Mr. Bryan.
You're going to get an A for sure in that course. Thank you guys for being here today. You know, in our next round of questioning, should our teams answer all 8 of our questions correctly, we award them 25 bonus points, and we make a fuss. We light up lights, we release balloons, and there are lights flashing in front of Emily right now. You're the star, Emily. Would you please pick pack up 1, 2, or 3 for the Centennial team?
3.
3. All right. So Siri and Jacob and Sahil, these questions are for you. Get them all. I give you 25 bonus points. We start. In-state college tuition is free for all high school graduates in the city of Kalamazoo. In what state?
Michigan, right?
Yeah, it's in Michigan.
Yeah, Michigan.
Michigan is right, yes. The Ides of March was a dangerous time for what Shakespeare title character, a Roman leader assassinated on that date?
Julius Caesar.
Julius Caesar is right. It stands as lonely in history as it does on the plains, said Henry James of what prehistoric structure believed to have been built by the Druids near Salisbury, England?
Stonehenge.
That's it. Here's a science question for you. Look at your monitor, please. Which of these three terms best describes poisons produced by germs living on body tissue?
Oh, toxins. Toxins.
Toxins is right. Yep. One of the world's oldest autobiographies was written around 400 AD by what theologian whose name was given to the oldest city in Florida?
Oh, St. Augustine.
St. Augustine, that's it. In the 19th century, a popular Christmas present was a book about Detective Gryce, who had what same first name as Mr. Scrooge in A Christmas Carol?
Ebenezer.
That is right. Math question for you on your monitor. Evaluate this expression, giving me your answer as an integer, please.
51.
51 it is, and I have 25 bonus points for you, Centennial, if you get this. As a reminder of the British victory at Waterloo, Queen Elizabeth receives a flag each year from the family of what duke who won the Battle of Waterloo in 1815?
Wellington.
That's it. Nicely done. 25 bonus points for Centennial. 625. That's the way to do it. All right, we had balloons, we had lights, and I want the same thing to happen for you three on your first day here. And I'm going to ask John, pick packet 1 or 2 for the Catholic ladies.
1.
1 it is. All right, so Aaron and Emily and Regina, let's get them all. According to Oliver Wendell Holmes, the price we pay for a civilized society is what payment demanded by the IRS every April 15th?
Taxes.
Taxes is right. Next. Many old cities are enclosed inside walls, but from 1961 to 1989, a wall divided what largest German city?
Berlin.
That's it. A 23-year-old slave named York accompanied what 2 men who led the expedition to explore the Louisiana Territory in the early 1800s?
Lewis and Clark.
That's it. Science question for you. Which of these 3 words best describes a chemical substance synthesized in one organ of the body that stimulates activities in the cells of other organs or tissues?
Hormone.
That's it. Though it took 18 years to complete, Emperor Shah Jahan must have been pleased with what magnificent memorial in Agra, India, built for Jahan's late wife.
The Taj Mahal.
Taj Mahal. Thank you, Aaron, for your assist. It was in the early 17th century that Cervantes wrote what novel whose title character attacks a windmill thinking it is a giant enemy?
Don Quixote.
That's it. Math question for you, Catholic. Evaluate this expression, giving me your answer as an integer, please.
18.
It is 18, and I have 25 bonus points for you if you get this. A motorcycle accident claimed the life of what English adventurer who had ridden a camel while leading the Arabs in revolt against the Turks?
Any idea? George.
Good try. Good try. It's not George of Arabia, it's Lawrence of Arabia. Still a good round for Catholic. Takes you to 340. All right, one more chance to get those balloons and those lights fired up here. Mount Hebron and Tian and John and Lalitha, you can do this. We begin. For just $2,390,000, you can buy a skeleton of what dinosaur nicknamed T-Rex?
Tyrannosaurus Rex.
That's it. Confederate General Ambrose Hill led the first major assault during what 1863 Pennsylvania battle, which also witnessed Pickett's charge?
Gettysburg. Battle of Gettysburg.
Gettysburg is right. Yes, well done. Screech, snowy, and great horned. Terms used by ornithologists to describe what bird associated with wisdom?
Owl.
Owl it is. Thank you, Tien. Here's a science question for you, Mount Hebron. On your monitor, the complicated sequences of chemical reactions within your body are, to a great extent, determined by which of these?
Enzymes.
Enzymes is right. Despite its dramatic title, the Doomsday Book is merely a census record dating from the time of what English king who won the Battle of Hastings?
William.
William it is. William the Conqueror. Good job. One fictional survivor who found himself stranded on a lonely island was what title character in a Daniel Defoe novel?
Robinson Crusoe.
Robinson Crusoe. Thank you, Lalitha. Math question for you. What is the value of x in this equation?
-2.
Actually, it was 2, positive 2. Last question for you in this round. It was reported that Chief Justice John Marshall had tears in his eyes when he heard the Dartmouth College case argued by what Massachusetts orator and future senator?
Joe.
His name is Daniel Webster. Still a good round there for Mount Hebron. Takes you to 300 points. 300.
Now everyone at home should get ready for another.
To ashes and dust to dust, you gotta be an eagle stand to roll with us. Ashes to ashes and dust to dust, you gotta be an eagle stand to roll with us. Go Eagles!
The drill team from Centennial High School. Lots of athleticism there and lots of team spirit. We move on to the grab bag round. Still anybody's game. Let's check those scores before we move on. Right now, Centennial is 625. Catholic is at 340 and Mount Hebron at 300. Well done, everybody. In this final round, questions are worth 20 points up or down, and we have a couple of visuals in there worth 30 points. Good luck. We begin. H.A. Ray and his wife Margaret drew a lot of yellow hats in their books about what playful monkey? Centennial.
Curious George.
Curious George, that's right, the man in the yellow hat. The title of the world's greatest athlete remains with what American? Centennial.
Thorpe.
Ashton Eaton, the one who just won in Rio. Next. Our Constitution assigns duties in both the executive and legislative branches to what official who can vote in the Senate only to break ties? Centennial?
Yes. Vice President.
The Vice President does that. That's exactly right. A 30-point question, everybody. Look at your monitor. To complete this family tree, yes, Centennial?
Boromir.
Somebody reads The Lord of the Rings. Yes, indeed. That is the correct answer. Next. State Highway 9H will lead you to what New York town that was the birthplace of President Martin Van Buren? Yes, Centennial.
Kinderhook?
Yes,
right? Kinderhook.
Kinderhook it is, yes. Next, here's a choice. The energy barrier that must be overcome for a chemical reaction to occur is called the activation Centennial.
Activation energy.
It is indeed the activation energy, the first of the choices. After a 3-year hiatus, Speed Week races resumed last summer at what Utah Salt Flats? Centennial.
Bonneville.
Bonneville Salt Flats, indeed. American tradition. 30 points. To stop the flow of music would be like the stopping of time itself. These are the words of what 20th century American composer who added to the flow of music with his work Appalachian Spring? Yes,
Copeland.
Centennial.
Copeland.
Aaron Copland, yes. As if the Civil War were not misery enough, President Lincoln suffered an attack of what disease for which Edward Jenner had found a vaccine? Centennial.
Smallpox.
Smallpox is right, yeah. This country's longest suspension bridge crossing the New York Harbor Narrows is named for what Italian navigator and explorer? Centennial.
Verrazano.
The Verrazano Narrows Bridge it is, and that buzzer says our game is over. We will be right back. Are now official. Our first congratulations with 300 points to the team from Mount Hebron. Next with 340, nice debut, ladies, Catholic. And with 805, what a day they had. Today's winner, Centennial High School. They'll be back for a playoff match later in the season. Next week, Frederick, Linganore, Oakland Mills, right here on It's Academic. We'll see you there. I'm Dave Zarin. Audience, come on down.
I have lost Marines in combat.